Welcome all to the Serendib Aquatics. Today, we are going to talk about one of the most beautiful and rare wild betta variety, called Betta Albimarginata. It is a very beautiful, unique, large betta fish. This one has another common name called snakehead betta. This fish is uncommon, but popular among aquarists due to its iconic features such as coloration and unique behaviors. The wild populations of this fish are unfortunately suffering. At the moment, few rare fish breeders are cultivating and preserving this magnificent species with captive breeding. They are mouth brooders. This fish is categorized as rare betta fish, and price range will be very high for each fish. That is due to most of the time they came as wild caught fish, and very few amount came as captive breed. Following these videos, you have the opportunity to gain much more knowledge about keeping and breeding this amazing betta fish. Here, we will share our experiences, which we have, while going through many more failed attempts until get successful results with acclimatization, keeping and breeding them. Here, we talk about the origin, natural habitat, and classification of the fish, its appearance and behaviors, water chemistry that is compatible with raising Betta Albimarginata, sex differentiation of Betta Albimarginata, unique diet and dietary habits, and the most important and interesting part of the video, which is how we breed them without any issues. This video is a product that contains many more important points throughout the video. Please try to grab all the details in this video without missing anything. First, we will go through our intro. Now we will talk about the origin, natural habitat, and classification of Betta Albimarginata. This amazing little fish native to the scenic island of Borneo, Indonesia. We can predominantly find them in the Sebuku River drainage in Kalimantan Timur, East Kalimantan Province, Indonesia, Borneo. They are living in shallow, clear waterways. These bettas thrive in environments characterized by soft acidic water. Therefore, in a captive setup also, they like fine substrate and much more vegetated, clear, slow-moving water. Creating an appropriate habitat for Betta albimarginatus involves providing a shade aquarium adorned with plenty of driftwood. Driftwoods gradually release tannins into the water and keep the water pH value in low levels, and also tannin will act as antimicrobial agent. Dense vegetation creates a sense of security for the fish. Furthermore, maintain the aquarium with darker substrates. Moderate lights and backgrounds can effectively accentuate the vibrant colors of these bettas. The average lifespan in natural habitat will go 2 to 4 years, and it will increase up to 5 years in captive setups. Now we talk about the appearance of Betta albimarginata. An adult Betta albimarginata fish size is approximately 2 to 2.5 inches in length. This mouth-brooding betta, commonly called the snakehead betta. They have large scales on top of head like snakehead fish. They are characterizing by their elongated, slender bodies, accentuated with white-edged caudal, anal and ventral fins. They sport a reddish-brown body with dark brown fins, with males typically exhibiting more vibrant colors than females. According to the catching location, they have some color changes. This fish really can show off its beauty in sunlight or low light conditions with much more vegetations. According to their behavior analysis, betta fish are known to be fierce fighters, especially towards their own species or species that are similar in appearance, but they can peacefully cohabitate with other fish and invertebrates. Not recommended for the standard community setup for reasons already touched upon. Its requirements and disposition mean it's best kept alone, or with very peaceful species, since much bigger or more vigorous fishes are likely to intimidate and outcompete it. It's best maintained in a pair in separate tank setup if you wish to breed it, but a group could be maintained in a sufficiently large aquarium. Darker substrate will also often result in better coloration. Here you can see. I use river sand for the substrate. Now you can see how the color of fish. It is amazing. They have the best colors I have ever seen in my life. Floating plants and driftwood diffuse the light and create a more natural habitat in my aquarium. Betta albimarginata is very unique and beautiful fish variety. in Betta group. They are jumpers definitely. If you not put in 100% closed lid on your tank, they will jump out from your tank. Therefore, keep the tank closed top. I have experienced one of my Chinoides jump through the small opening of glass lid. Now we will look into their tank mates. I recommend to keep them in a separate tank without any other tank mates. Most of the time in large tank with very good hiding places, we can keep an adult pair or multiple individuals. Time to time they will show aggressive behavior, but female fish will serve you in hiding places. Betta Albimarginata will eat anything that's compatible with his mouth. Therefore, we can keep any large species, those who are not compatible with his mouth, like large shrimps and other fish varieties. You can see in my tank they are live with wild Neocaridina shrimp, but only thing is they will eat my shrimplets. Now we are talking the water chemistry of their habitat. Wild bettas are very hard to care for. All you have to do is replicate their natural habitat in your fish tank. Add a lot of live aquarium plants to replicate their natural environment. And using driftwood, multiple natural decorations can be added. The minimum tank size should be 10 gallons. The ideal water parameters for these fish are: water should be aerated, thus we can use sponge filter with aeration. Live plants and dim light may give the best appearance of natural habitat. I used coconut shells to create some hiding places for. Most of the time, they like to go and hide under the coconut shell. Water temperature is 24 degrees Celsius to 28 degrees Celsius, 75.2 to 82.4 Fahrenheit. Water pH, 4 to 6. TDS value should be 100 to 120, but can tolerate up to 140 TDS value. Can tolerate GH value in between 3 to 6. When the temperature reduces to 24 degrees Celsius, 75.2 Fahrenheit, they will show more colors and activities also markedly increase. The system should be free of ammonia. Also, keep in mind, aquarium setup should be cycled for at least 1 month and should start a good nitrogen cycle inside the tank. Therefore, you should prepare the tank and introduce some hard fish such as guppy to the tank and feed them every day. Then your tank nitrogen cycle starts slowly and is established in the tank. Then it will adjust automatically for your quantity of fish slowly. Water should be tannin color. We are using Serendib Aquatics herbal tannin mixture to create tannin-colored healthy environment. This product contains 100% natural ingredients which have ability to maintain good water condition while adding tannins to the water. Now we are talking about sex differentiation. When they become sexually mature, it is very easy to differentiate between males and females. There are distinct characteristics that set them apart. Males have more pronounced orangey red coloration on their body and fins compared to the females. Males are slightly larger than females. Male fins are elongated than females. Males have broadened head shape than females. Males have large mandible than females. When they mature, we can see eggs in female. Now we will talk about how to acclimatize them to our aquarium. At first, my opinion is, when you buy fish, please select juvenile fish or group of fish. They are easy to acclimatize to our water parameters. At first, you should have stabilized tank for them. That means tank should have prepared at least 1 to 2 months before and have well established the nitrogen cycle. Tank water parameters as mentioned above. When you received the fish, first check your water parameters and confirm that they are in correct range. At first, we should do temperature acclimation of the fish. Take the fish bag without open and put it into the fish tank that you are going to put the fish. Keep it half an hour. Then your fish bag water gets same temperature as your main tank have, and your fish already adjusted according that temperature. At second, we should do drip acclimation. Open the fish bag and slowly put the fish with water into a small empty tank. Then put an irrigation line from your already prepared tank. That water drop rate should be 1 drop for 2 seconds. Observe the behavior of fish and lower the rate if fish get abnormal stress behaviors. Otherwise, keep the dripping until double the water volume in tank. After your drip acclimation procedure, you can see the behavior of fish. Then you can decide that your tank parameters are okay or not okay to put the fish. If you feel okay, slowly put the fish into the prepared tank. we will talk about how to breed Betta Albimarginata. Betta Albimarginata is a mouth-brooding species of wild betta. What we should do is make the natural breeding habitat for them. They need at least 10-gallon tank for breeding. You can see I use some coconut shells for shade, but the other purpose I put that coconut shells is to give the shelter for their breeding behaviors. They prefer one-side open shelters for breeding purpose. Most of the time we use coconut shells, but you can use one-side open caves for it. Tannin color water and low pH with dim light perfectly match for spawning behavior. When you select the male and female you can put in this tank, they will settle in this breeding tank within 2 days. If they are okay with each other, you can see both are going everywhere, no any territorial behaviors from each other. This is the initial behavior for breeding. Your male shows much brighter colors than previous. Female belly gets enlarged, and you can clearly see full of eggs. Now this is the time for trigger the spawning. You can do a 20% water change in late night and next day. Feed them with much more live foods than previous days. I use fresh frozen bloodworms for it. Within 24 hours, they will spawn. As normal betta varieties, the male get wrapped with female. In here, at first, female fish take the eggs into mouth. When egg-laying process over female release eggs near the male. Male fish quickly take the eggs one by one into his mouth. Then he will hold the eggs 12 to 14 days. Now you can see male is holding time to time. He came out from the hiding place. You can see this male have a smaller number of eggs in his mouth. Now we will discuss the things that can give us maximum number of fry. What are the things not to do when male is holding? Never disturb to the fish. Off the lights and keep him calm and quiet environment. If female fish is disturbing to male, you can remove the female very slowly. Then he will hold. And when fry is large enough to release, he will release them. If you disturb to the male, he will swallow the eggs. But some males need 2 to 3 spawning to learn how to hold perfectly for 14 days. Until that, they will eat eggs. Don't worry if your male continuously eats eggs, you can try with some other male fish. I will update you later about fry of this spawn. This is the whole story behind the successful keeping of wild Betta Albimarginata without major issues. It is a very difficult task. You will go through many more failure attempts, but this video will guide you to avoid failures and go toward the successful keeping. Thank you for joining Serendib Aquatics. If you have any questions or any comments, feel free to comment below. I will try to reply to all comments. You can share your knowledge with others about wild betta. Put your experience as a comment below. Serendib Aquatics will see you in our next video as soon as possible. Hang on with Serendib Aquatics. If you think this will help you with your aquarium journey, please be kind enough to subscribe Serendib Aquatic YouTube channel for new updates.